Hi, Ken Boyer from Garage Gurus. Today I want to talk about caging a brake chamber. And the reason why you may want to cage that brake chamber is maybe you're going to replace it, you're taking it off to replace it. You may want to be doing other brake work, or you may just have a vehicle that needs to be moved and you don't have access to air. You'll need to cage this so the wheels will roll. So anyway, let me show you what you need to do to cage it. So I'm going to remove the caging bolt from its holder here on the side of the housing. And basically you're gonna, let me get the weather seal out of the way. Basically you're gonna insert that bolt into the chamber and then you're gonna turn it to lock in place. And a better way to show how to do that is I've got a cutaway here and I can show you what that slot looks like inside, the tabs that are on the caging bolt. All I'm doing is putting the bolt in and turning it a quarter of a turn and it locks into place. So we'll go back to the chamber here. We'll put it back into place. I'm going to turn it a quarter turn. Now I'm going to have to, I need to make sure we use the washer. If you don't use the washer, if you notice the size of the nut, you could draw that nut right through the housing. So you have to use a washer on this during this procedure or you will pull that nut inside. And once you do that, it's a lot of work to get out. I've seen it happen. So we're going to run the nut down tight. The next thing I want to do and show you is I have a socket here that's about 5.5 inches deep. This is for caging brake chambers. So I'm just going to go ahead and insert it over the caging bolt. Now, obviously it's deep because as that caging bolt goes in and it's pulling the spring and collapsing the spring, the caging bolt is coming out. We need some place for that bolt to go. So I'm simply going to tighten this down. And I'm going to run it down until it comes to a stop. You want to do this by hand because if you try to use an air wrench, you can still pull that nut and the washer right through the housing. So you need to do this by hand with a ratchet. It takes a little bit to do, but that's what you're going to want to do in order to keep from collapsing and destroying the housing. So it'll take a minute or two, like I said, but we'll get this all the way down until it stops. Okay, so I can feel it getting harder to turn, so it's coming to an end. It's going to come to a stop here in a little bit. There it is, come to a stop. So right now the chamber is caged. As you can see, the socket comes in handy because as the caging bolt comes out, it should go into the socket. It's no problem. But the chamber is now caged, so you can do whatever repairs that you need to do. And that's basically how you cage a brake chamber. So if you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe, and for more information about Garage Gurus, go to garagegurus.tech. I'm Ken Boyer. Thanks for watching.